Yo.
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to PBz TV. I'm James, this is
Tom.
And we're going to talk about pretty much everything. Movies, TV, games, whatever the hell we feel like talking about, that's what the show is. We've got a bit of a free-flowing roll of things today.
Yeah, we normally bring what
we come
sort of
prepared with like
headlines.
segments, headlines, whatever. But the world is mad
It's kind of crazy right now.
It's absolutely insane. So we thought we'd take a break from that and have a regular intermission and just talk about movies and shit. Because we were just talking and we might as well start on the debate
Yeah, let's
of,
go.
we're asking a question. It's a real important question.
Yes.
Why do all movies start their franchise in the worst era it could be in the universe that they build? Star Wars, like the Jedi Order has been like complacent for years. It's kind of shit. Then the actual main movies, there's no Jedi Order. It's just like one dude who found out he's got a lightsaber. Like, that's a terrible description of Star Wars, but you get the idea. We never see the best of anything. Like,
They're all dead. They're all gone.
Game of Thrones, never see the glory of the Empire. Even Lord of the Rings, you never see the true glory of what it was in like the First Age or the Silmarillion or anything like that. Like, there's so much more we could have done. We don't get any of it, and we're trying to figure out why.
Is it more the story of like tragedy or
Yeah,
I don't know,
do you reckon this is like
like
this
a
is
comeback story sort of thing?
Is it mad historical where it's sat on like the template of Shakespeare and Greek tragedies, where we have to take that template story and put it in somewhere for it to work?
Because theoretically, they are all just like Harry Potter and Star Wars is pretty much the same story. Like they take a lot of things from
Yeah, I
each
remember
other,
someone
don't
describing it too. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
they? Like a young orphaned wizard.
Yeah.
Or someone that
Space Wizard.
Space
yeah.
Wizard. Yeah. What's the other ones? Falls in love with.
Falls in love with sister, I don't think is in Harry
That's
Potter.
not the same. No, but like the best friend and the girl
Yeah,
get
yeah,
together, and there's
Yeah.
more. I can't remember off the top of my head now, but
Yeah, there is a lot of similarities between the two. And I'm not sure what came first, to be honest. The chicken or the Rowling, who knows?
oh, definitely Star Wars.
I suppose. Yeah, I was more talking about like why this structure exists, I guess. It seems to be the same thing.
I guess
suppose-
like, they
but
just
there's
go,
also a
that
lot-
worked. I'm just going to copy that.
I
And
suppose,
just,
yeah, they could have. There was a lot of really obvious things in like J.K.'s Rowling style. That's why people hate her a lot. I think we're not sure we talked about this before, but if you really look into the naming conventions of Harry Potter, it's jokes. Let me one black guy, wasn't it? Kingsley Shacklebolt. That's it. Slave name, was it? Well, we got Asian girl, Cho Chang. Let me get there now. What else we got? What's the other really obvious names we got?
put me on the spot here. I don't know now. Well, like the Weasleys are like.
Yeah, I suppose.
people.
White and ginger, Irish.
Yeah.
Get that in there.
Yeah.
There's another
There's a lot of
one.
stereotypes in there.
There are slaves, but they don't mind it.
It's going a different way now, though, right?
Yeah, Black Snape in the house.
But yeah, going back to your point, it is kind of weird that we start off in like the fallout of these timelines where
Yeah.
all the cool stuff is back in the day, where like
Yeah.
you'd have like I want to see a movie about Plagueis. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Darth Plagueis.
Darth Plagueis the Wise. Yeah.
I want to see that
Because they do it always in the expanded universe, like in the expanded comics, for instance, like because even in the cool stuff is in the future, and I'm not sure. I think this is the budget of cinema. It must be just a money thing to do justice to what it could be.
Yeah, but it's stupid though, because you see it in the prequels and stuff. They go all in with all these.
But yeah,
CGI and stuff.
the CGI is like a major contentive thing. I think the era it was made, if we think about Clone Wars and Phantom Menace, CGI was still relatively new, so it was like cool, it was accepted.
Yeah.
And then when people watch them now, they're like, why did they use such poo-poo CGI? It's just like, motherfucker, that's all we had back then.
It's all right. I mean,
I still think it holds up, but this
Even
is
in
like
the-
this is like our grandparents showing us the terrible green screen. Look at that, still holding up today.
like,
And you just-
dude.
But like there's a kind of, I'm not sure, because they did a lot of practical effects with the original Star Wars, and I think people appreciate the artistry around that.
See, I think it kind of peaked, like, going back to CGI though, like Pirates of the Caribbean. That's insane. That was the same timeline, the same period.
I saw a 45-minute video essay on Pirates of the Caribbean, and first of all, it was an extremely talented team that made it.
Yeah.
But it was mainly the art style they chose and the cinematography and the color scheme that helped mask CGI. And I think I've seen the posters like CGI peaked with was it Davy Jones? Was
Yeah.
And they had to build an entire new engine to like make his like beard move the way it did, and it was the stylization of the movie that made any CGI look incredible. But you can get away with a lot.
Yeah, but that means we had it. They're just people lazy, man.
But I think the problem was Star Wars a lot was in the daytime. It was super bright on Naboo. And, like, if we were thinking about the first one and how kind of really obvious some of the Jar Jar Binks stuff was, terrible character.
Sith Lord, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolute Sith Lord.
Misa planned it all.
I generally think, I still wish they made that a thing.
Yeah. If they gone with that theory.
I don't think it's
But the voice actor for that was so much racial abuse, by the way. It was so bad. He didn't.
What's he trying to be?
I don't know. The role was bad. But yeah, the whole thing was so messed up.
When he does like that triple flip into this. Bro, that's
just
Gungans aren't supposed to do that, bro.
Yeah.
He's got powers. And then how is he, this guy who's like, oh, me so clumsy, is now literally behind Palpatine going, psst,
he was Darth Plagueis the Wise.
I swear to God. I'm telling you. And I think it would actually make the story a lot better if that was true. Some people go, no, that's stupid.
Weirdly enough, they did something really similar in Naruto.
Really?
Yeah. Like one of the characters that's like a jokey character for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Turns out to be one of the biggest baddies. And like his voice and demeanor changes like in an instant.
Yeah.
Like,
what a twist.
Mad. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not too much for spoiler because it's quite far into the show and you won't know it till it happens or who it was. But yeah. It happens, but that aside, like, I think CGI differences come from the art style and the cinematography, and I think a lot of the direction. And when you've got darker scenes or the ocean to hide in, it makes it look 10 times better. Like, think about, do you remember Pacific Rim? Bit like big ass robots fighting, like that looks great still.
Was Rihanna in that?
Maybe the second one.
Okay, sorry.
I know the first one was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I think they did a bunch of others trying to like cash cow from it.
Yeah.
Like they always do and it didn't work. But yeah, in general, they look great.
So do you think it is budget then? Because if you think about like Game of Thrones, back in the day they had like loads of dragons, and I know they got House of Dragons now, so they got more dragons. But it's like, if we go back there,
House of Dragons is a little bit better.
We're going to have to CGI all these dragons in and take that into corporate. Like, we could just have all these people with no nuts and no dicks and
no
dick talking,
no balls.
Yeah, we can have these White Walkers not show up a lot, but they're going to come. They're going to be really, really, really. They're going to end everything, and they get there and die in one episode. And you can't see anything because it's so dark.
Unbelievable. One of the worst treatments of any ending in cinema. It puts the fear of any franchise. It puts fear of God in anyone.
That's why I haven't watched.
Goes to movie.
I didn't watch House of Dragons.
Yeah.
Because how bad Game of Thrones ended. That's
how you piss off a franchise. Because apparently House of Dragons is really good.
Yeah, I know, but
I haven't watched it either.
It's just like, why bother? Because they're just going to mess it up. Like, they've lost my trust. Do you know what I mean? Like, we used to have watch-alongs. Like, when that last season, we'd all come around our houses.
That was probably the last time we all had a show. We all watched so much that we watched it together.
Together, and it's airing in America, obviously, so when it goes live here, it was coming on at like...
It was like when we watched WrestleMania or something.
We're all coming together weekly to watch that, and we did that with Walking Dead as well around, I don't know if you were there, but we did it, we had Walking Dead watch-alongs, and it was the same thing. As soon as it was like good, and we started watching it together, we were like, what the hell is this? Like the tiger CGI and stuff on it was awful. It's just, again, fumbled.
Yeah, and again, I'm not sure if it's fumbled for budget reasons or like senior people that might be important to it leave or something, but just the whole decision of the franchise for where they start their stories is weird. It
doesn't make sense to me. In a world where they milk things for all it's worth, Star Wars at the moment, like just milking it. Like when we were talking about The Hobbit earlier being 3-hour films.
Yeah,
when it's one book, which is smaller than any of the other books, I'm pretty sure, like shorter than any of the Lord of the Rings books, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
So they made
it's thin novel compared to Lord of the Rings, mate.
And the fact that Game of Thrones, the last season, wasn't, I would have been absolutely happy if they stretched that out like 3 more seasons, even though it probably would have been a bit dry.
Even if it was.
But it would have made Dany's arc a little bit more.
Yeah. They decided to, like, I can tell they did try with the foreshadowing, but it all felt a bit too quick.
Yeah.
Just she's just had a bit of a mentee bee on a dragon, and here we are. Like, you can't do that.
Gonna get, maybe it was just that time of the month. Squid. I should have just checked it, bro. Should have just.
Oh no!
Oh, you should have said that. Or you should have said that.
This the split decision of it. I understand because it's just like it did feel out of nowhere. Even though you can see they attempted it, but it wasn't enough. Like maybe they should have done like some kind of extended season, like another 6 episodes dedicated to the ending, because the impending threat of the White Walkers was nothing but a mild inconvenience by the time Arya got to it. So
it's just like
she's got to business and Batman. The whole thing.
It made no sense as well that they all got there, and especially when they had that like big battle, which was all completely in the dark. And then you're like, damn, that was pretty intense. And then the was it the White Walker King? King of the what? I can't remember what his name is now.
King of the Whites.
King of the Whites just went. And they all stood up. I was like, there ain't no way. Like how I was literally watching it. Like how are they gonna? Because I know there's more episodes.
Yeah,
like this is like episode plot. 2 or 3.
But I don't actually know what happened in the book.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that was how it was written.
It's not out yet, is it? That's why.
Oh, well, that's fucking explain it.
I was about to say.
I'm sorry, yeah.
How
long does it take you to write a book, bro? Like, I get books are hard.
I think he's done an absolute play here because he knows it was so bad. I think he snaked him. It's like, this is how we're going to end it.
Told him the ending.
This is how we're going to end it. They went, oh, that's a bit crap. Really? And they're like, yep, that's how we end it. That's my show. You have to do. It's going to be in the books. He's like, fine, we'll do it that way.
Would he damage his own book
and maybe
sales?
that's why they couldn't make that many series, because they're just going off of what one man's told them. So they're like, okay, we have to go off of this and we just have to do it. But then he's there like, fools, I'm not going to do that ending.
And I don't see him doing it on purpose. I can see him wanting to test out an ending that he thinks is good, and then it wasn't good, and he was like, well, we won't write that now. I can see it as like a oopsie, but I don't think he'd do it on purpose, because then he'd fuck up his bag.
That's what I mean. He's going to release that book. What I still don't understand.
I think there'll be a lot of pissed off people that won't piss off, that won't buy the book. They'll be pissed off, same as you. I have no idea what.
I can't read, so I don't know.
I can't swim.
But yeah, like it's just the biggest fumble, and like it
happens a lot. It's hard to end something well, which is why I think Lord of the Rings is regarded as the perfect trilogy, because it starts and ends perfectly, and it's so well done to the source material, but also well adapted. The things it needed to change, it changed, but it changed it in a way that still acknowledged source material. Yeah. Like, I think we talked about it before, where like Gandalf will say things that are direct quotes from the book that he might not have even said, but people that have read the book know that's a line from the book. But they're just using someone else as the vehicle to say it. The one thing I think they should have done is they did in The Hobbit, they included the musicality of Lord of the Rings. There was a lot of songs in Lord of the Rings. Like, a lot. Like, because I had it on audiobook. I was like, let me try and listen to this. And I woke up in the middle of the night, fucking bunch of dwarves going, and I'm like, where am I?
Just watching Snow White, mate. Like,
yeah,
are you sure?
And Tom Bombadil as well. Are you familiar with Tom Bombadil?
I've heard that.
So Tom Bombadil is basically this funny little dude in Lord of the Rings who kind of pops up here and there.
Just sings.
And everyone kind of thinks he's God.
Okay.
Because
what the hell?
He keeps kind of popping up, and he seems to be like invincible, and like nothing can touch him. And he like, helps in certain situations. You're like, what's he doing here? But he'll always come and sing a little ditty, like no ditty. But you know, like I've multiple times woken up in the middle of like listening to a Tom Bombadil song, and I'm like, I can see why they didn't include it, because he sings like 3 songs, and you're reading the lyrics word for word, and I'm not sure how people would have read the book. They're just like,
so glad they didn't do that. I hate musicals, man.
But like, is that why you didn't like The Hobbit when they were singing while doing the dishes? I thought that was hype.
I just don't really like. It's just Disney, innit? It's just like I like it as a kid, and do I even like it as a kid? Like The Lion King had some bangers. Do you know what I mean? But like,
so many of our era, the Disney Renaissance, were absolute bang. You're telling me you didn't like Hercules?
I've never actually seen Hercules. There's quite a few I haven't seen. Actually.
What? It's amazing.
It just never got put on. Never had it on video, so I never watched it.
It's a white ginger dude who's Greek, which is debatable in itself. But there's the songs are unreal. Zero to Hero, like.
When I went to watch Wonka, I don't know.
I love Wonka.
I actually I loved that film.
Yes,
in the end, right? It was great. The tunes were banging, yeah. But I walked in not knowing it was going to be musical. So when they were like, and chocolate. I didn't look at any of the like.
Every Willy Wonka movie has been a musical.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know it has, but I didn't think it was going to be that much of a like.
It felt very stage play. It felt very true to
Charlie
theatre.
and Willy Wonka. Like they're still like this is. It feels like I'm at the theatre, bro. Mm-hmm. And as soon as they were like, "Cause there's chocolate," I was literally sat in the cinema. The people that dragged me there, I was like,
You know what? That happened to me.
What have you done?
That happened to me.
What have you done?
That happened to me with Frozen. And
Yeah.
but this is when we knew nothing about Frozen. When it first came out. We usually, as a family, watch a Christmas Eve movie every year, and we went to go see. Bearing in mind, the year before we saw was it The Last Guardians, where it was like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, Jack Frost, all these like basically Avengers that stop evil.
I remember
and
that,
it was badass. Like, it was good. It was one of DreamWorks' best villains. Like, they were really, really good. And then I was like going into Frozen, kind of expecting the same thing. And I was like, oh, this movie is not for me. And I got really mad because I was like, you've ruined my Christmas. But I know Frozen, everyone else loves Frozen. I'm just like, I don't, because it was a subversion of my expectation. But I should have just looked more at even at the poster, I wouldn't have gotten the vibe.
The demographics more towards girls as well, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I think like,
We've all heard the
why,
songs,
though.
though.
I've got a younger sister. I swear she must have watched it. But you know, when you're like, I ain't watching that. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, because I'm.
But like High School Musical,
it's also out of our era.
I just said I hate musicals, but High School Musical, I've seen them all and like bangers.
I feel like you
love
don't like
Grease.
unexpected musicals. You like Scrubs. Whenever they bust that musical number, you love Scrubs.
Yeah. But it's not like
It's not a dedicated musical.
Like when there's
I feel like you're talking about something like Les Mis, which every word is sung.
I can't. I've never seen that. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
I bet it's a good movie. And I bet it's got some banging songs on it.
I like the one song. I'm not sure where it is in the end, but it's the Rebellion song.
Even like
But I've never seen it.
South Park, the movie, is kind of a musical.
Yeah, I feel like it just depends on how it's done.
It does. It does. But
you don't strike me as a guy who would go and see Hamilton.
No.
But I feel like you'd hear it third party or see a clip and blast, kind of a banger.
Yeah. But like as soon as I know it's a musical or like it's got that theme, so I'm
you
like,
ruined it.
No.
But
Not
like,
for me.
what other movies are you talking about that's happened for that, apart from, because you liked Wonka when it happened? So what
I
musicals
did.
do you outright
But I
not
didn't have a
like?
choice at that point. I was there. Like I had to get into it. And do you know what? I can go to a theatre show. I've been to a couple, and I'm like, this is good. This is good. But you go into a theatre to watch a musical, and that, like, when you watch a movie, I just
It's the expectation. So when they started singing in The Hobbits, you weren't down.
The Hobbit. Just couldn't. The
It was
Hobbit.
it's like the first like 20 minutes of The Hobbit. They bust out singing that kitchen song.
As soon as they do stuff like that, I'm like, why? There's no singing that much in Lord of the Rings, right?
No, but there should be, and that was what I'm saying about.
But you just said it's the perfect trilogy.
Yeah,
because there's no bloody musical songs in it.
And I think back then, I don't think we were ready for that. I talked
when
about
did they
this.
bust the musical in Star Wars? When did they bust the musical in Harry Potter? When did they bust the musical in
Star Wars
Game
Christmas
of Thrones?
Special?
See what I'm saying?
They don't.
Because they don't
But
need
for all
to.
we know, that could be in the Game of Thrones books. I haven't read them.
Just needs a good old like master track in the background. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but also you have to think the time Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit were written, like a long time ago. Like, it was World War II era or something.
Yeah.
So it's almost understandable. Game of Thrones is a lot more recent, and it's a much darker, grittier universe in a way.
But even so, like,
So like, a
stop
musical
singing.
wouldn't be right. Just stop singing. But you still haven't been able to tell me a musical you don't like.
Well, I haven't seen them to like them. Because I don't want to. Not because I wouldn't like it.
But then every musical you say you hear, you say you like it.
I'm
so
trying to think. You
I
put
feel
me
like
on
you're in the
spot.
musical closet here.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like I like Grease. I think it's a bang.
See?
I do like Grease.
I feel like it's a time and a place type thing. Maybe it's just like, I'm not.
Maybe.
I'm
but
not-
they're my favourite films and TV series and stuff ever. There is no musical in it.
Well, it's usually like most musicals aren't going to be someone's favorite of all time.
Pixar. Many musicals in there?
It depends, because I'm not sure Pixar actually do. I think it's when Disney do the animation. It's like Moana.
See? And I'd rather watch a Pixar film than a Disney film. The only
But
ones...
Moana, like, I'm not sure if Pixar ever actually messed anything up really before Disney bought it. I think they were on a pretty legendary run.
Is there any musical numbers in Toy Story or...
Yeah,
Except from...
but
no.
they don't sing it. The soundtrack is good.
Yeah,
So
it's a
there's
song.
Randy
It's
Newman
playing
in
a
that.
song, yeah. I don't mind that, because they're not... The characters aren't just
You know,
dancing and singing
They
around.
say that was one of the downfalls of the end of the Renaissance era of Disney. So do you remember Treasure Planet and Tarzan?
Yeah.
Bangers of movies, right?
Yeah.
But back in the day, they were actually flops commercially. I'm not sure about Tarzan, but Treasure Planet absolutely was,
That
right?
was a banging movie,
And
by the way.
they say one of the main reasons was in each kind of Disney movie before that, there'd be like protagonist songs that like are somewhat relatable, so the kids could sing it and feel like they're in that place, right? And Tarzan and Treasure Planet were the first that just had the soundtrack sung and the characters weren't singing it.
Yeah.
And they say that was one of the main reasons for it to flop, as well as I don't think it got the same marketing budget or anything else. But Treasure Planet is one of my favourite movies of all time.
Love that
Still
film.
get emotional watching it.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. Just,
But I knew the story because I've seen Treasure Island and I like, all the iterations
it's just an incredible
Yeah.
written relationship between,
Yeah.
what's his name, Captain Long John Silver and Matey.
Yeah. I need to watch that again.
It's so fucking good, bro.
But then I'll watch it and I'll be like, it just won't be how I remember it. Not in a bad way, just I'll be like,
I remember having the little robot Matey that they find right at the end of Treasure Planet, like a fucking McDonald's.
Yeah, I was
toy.
about to say it's in
I
a
was
Happy
like, I had
Meal,
that shit.
100%.
Yeah.
But I'm about to, again, ruin, like, Muppets Christmas Carol was like...
Oh, that's a
best.
banger.
Yeah. Here comes Mr.
Even the newer one with Jim Carrey in was also really good. I'm not sure who actually made that, but I really like that. That's probably my favourite version of the Christmas Carol. Big.
Trying to think, man, like, what
But
musicals...
it
out
feels like
there
you
that-
like every musical that you hear, as long as you are going in expecting a musical. And if you're not,
Maybe.
and you're like, surprise, you're like...
No, because then I haven't... Maybe, because even those ones, like I said, Wonka... I probably didn't go into watching Christmas Carol thinking
Having a
it's gonna
fucking
be-
revelation
But then
today.
maybe as a child, I wasn't so against it. It was like, I don't know what I'm watching. I'm going in,
fair-
I'm watching Muppets Christmas Carol, I'm watching, what other ones are there? I'm watching Lion King. And they're just on, aren't they? I probably didn't even have a choice. They were like, apparently this is a good film, sir.
Yeah, and those ones
here,
are like...
put it in the videotape, and I'm like...
I feel like there's some societal things here about the things we were allowed to enjoy as kids. Like, if you get caught singing to, I don't know, what was a girl's Disney movie, like Cinderella or some shit. And I think even that's pretty old, but like, you can't be seen enjoying that as a kid growing up, as a boy growing up in the in the thousands, 90s.
Maybe, yeah.
Because it would just, so I feel like a lot of that's just inbuilt. But like, I'll be singing song in the Princess and the Frog soundtrack is a permanent fixture in my shower playlist. All right, I'm telling you right now, it's a banger.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it just comes with like getting old enough to not give a shit.
Maybe, I don't know. It's just, yeah. Maybe I'm cooking my own argument here. I just
You're slowly realising
I'm
that
getting cooked.
the theatre calls me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do. I love karaoke. I love music. I love it all. I do love it. I can't go into a film like you couldn't make me watch Le Miserable.
Yeah.
Right now.
I think it's also quite a tough watch. You know, the French Revolution was not pretty. I don't think they're
it's
beautified
not like
either, but
graphic or anything like that. Doesn't put me
no,
off.
but it's also heavy at the same time. Like I really avoid sad, heavy movies or horror movies usually because it's just like, what does that give me? I'll only watch things that are like positive or funny because the other things don't serve me.
Yeah.
But if there's action in it, I can put up with a little bit of like. Ooh.
See, I'm not really a big fan of massive action. I'm a bit like.
Well, I'm talking about like basically all superhero movies, Marvel movies.
Yeah, but I'm like Taken. I do like Taken as a good film, but like.
Yeah, but some of those are
Mission Impossibles and stuff like that. Like
some Mission Impossible's really good.
I know I've heard like Jason, but I can't again like them. I don't want
But
to
they're
like
kind
watch
of
those
movies
super quick cuts and just like.
You watch them when they're on. Like there's been very few solid action movies I've gone out of my way to watch. Maybe when Bond was at the height of his power, I think I went and watched Casino Royale. But like apart from that,
Never watched a James Bond film.
not one. They play all the time. No. It's always difficult to avoid watching a Bond movie.
I've never even I've seen them on TV, but like some of the old ones, I wouldn't even know it's James Bond.
But that's the usual debate about who your favourite Bond is. It's usually the first Bond you watch. I think mine was Pierce Brosnan.
Mine is Mike Myers.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Well, they are pretty much James Bond films, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're
Like
fucking
obviously
classic.
parody, but
oh mate, the Austin
I love
Powers.
them. So
if Austin Powers came back, I think that would fix the world right
see,
now.
that's where I think we are goofy. Like if I was to put on a film, just if someone gave me the controller and go here, put a film on, I'm picking Step Brothers, I'm picking an Adam Sandler film, I'm picking
the Cat in the Hat off Rip.
Yeah. I'm picking these naughty late 90s, like 90s noughties comedy films that are just not around anymore. and it makes me sick. But it makes sense because every time they try and make one now, it's doo-doo.
Yeah, I've seen this talked about. Like, I think corporations are going to realise that it's a massive risk to make a new original. And so they make sequels of everything. And it's just like, well, where's the new stuff? But even when new stuff is brought out, no one watches it.
Oh, but did you...
But it has to cut through. Like it'll be some banger every 1 in like 10, and it'll be like, oh shit, this is the new thing. Kind of like when the Get Out movies came out, it's just like, what the fuck? This guy's come out of nowhere. He was doing comedy before, now he's a massive thingy. But like those are risky, completely original movies. A lot of studios don't fuck with that. They just want the X's and O's.
Horrors have grown massively. I think. I don't mind people go, oh, you don't want to watch a horror because you're scared. I'm like, no, it's just...
I am. Oh, you showed him a minute.
I'm not scared of horror. If anything, it makes me laugh a little bit when I'm like, it's going to jump out in a minute. Or like...
Depends on the horror. If it's like a hack and slasher where it's just about a dude, I'm cool. As soon as it gets supernatural,
they're the scarier
I'm out.
ones, bro. When it's like based on a true story and it's like...
Oh, no.
Some dude just like looking in the window of a house.
Oh, no, I don't give a shit about that.
What? That is like... That's real, man. That could happen.
That's the moment I've been waiting for my whole life.
Oh yeah, you're ready for it, but like
I'm ready for justice. Like this is where it's just pure delusion on my part. I mean, like, I've been waiting for the house.
But when you're watching it, it's just like a teenage girl, and she's like got no chance to fight off this grown man. And I'm like, ooh, like because you put yourself. No
one's ready to fight me with a samurai sword at 3 a.m. butt ass naked. Just I'm like hanging from the ceiling like this.
This is the meme where like a burglar breaks in, he just lost 5 FIFA games in a row. You're like, you want to go, bro?
One thing people don't realise is like you have home court advantage. You know the way around your house in the dark. They don't. So if you flip that situation, you are the hunter. Imagine running through the halls of your house, knowing that they're downstairs. Like, where the fuck is he, man? You're like,
if I don't have socks on, I'm gonna feel so vulnerable, bro.
Socks are your defense.
But I just won't feel like, I don't think I could defend myself barefoot, bro. I just would feel like, ooh, it's gonna stand on my toes. It's gonna hurt. Like, I can't do it.
So I can't, babe. That guy's got steel toe caps. I can't do it,
bro. Yeah, if I get on the Timbos or something, bro, like then I'm ready for war, I think. But like, I can't be going out there like, even with the top, like shirtless. I don't think I could fight. Even though that would be easier to do because they can't grab onto you and stuff. But like, I just feel like, no, leave me alone.
What if you twist my nipples?
Take what you want. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, but every guy has their like segment of like their like what they prepare for mentally. Delusion. Mine is house intruder, or like I get accosted on the street and I'm just like immediately go into the Sherlock Holmes. This mustn't register on an emotional level. First, break clavicle, and it goes in like I'll do that shit all the time. I don't know why, and it will not work that way, and I'll get my ass beat. But it will be like that's what I hope to focus on.
Mine ones are like when I just have these random dreams, and the date would make sense because we're not in America. But it's like it will go back to like when we were at school.
It's always a gunman, probably.
Yeah, it's gunman, and I'm there like.
You're there doing school shooting fucking drills.
I'm there like to everyone, get down.
I've never seen a gun in my life, bro.
I've seen a fake one, but we didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's a story for one time.
FBI, open up. Oh, yeah. But
that to the head. It's like, I don't like, again, if that could happen. If I'm in a cabin in the woods, bro.
That's a kind of a different story. Completely isolated. You don't know your way around the environment.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter. It's in the dark. I don't know how many steps I've got in my house, like in my stairs.
Your eyes adjust pretty quick. So there's things
I know, but
again, I'll tell you the research on this. I've been diving deep, right? You got to think about it. The intruder is coming in probably from somewhere lighter to somewhere darker. They've either picked a lock or they've kicked down the door completely, right? Their eyes are adjusting. If you're quick enough and get whatever's supposed to be next to you, so I've got like a baseball bat or like I've got a wooden kendo stick, right?
You have
I keep that like near the bed. I live in a flat, by the way. This is not happening. With like a fire reinforced door. Not even a pro fire person could kick through my door. Yeah. So they'd have to like break in, or my dumb ass would leave it open or something, right? But I know every nook and cranny of the place. My eyes would already be adjusted because I'm in the dark sleeping.
Yeah.
So immediately you go into predator mode, right? You think about, right, you analyse it, you can hear from the door, right? We got 2 coming in, they're sweeping the room from behind.
Coming down.
If I can take out the first one quietly, and I think I've played too much Batman Arkham.
How do you sleep, by the way?
How do I sleep?
How are you not always on edge then if you're prepared for something?
I'm always ready for vengeance.
I'm such a heavy sleeper.
I'm an extremely light sleeper. Yeah.
I'm like the opposite.
Me and sleep are real enemies. Always have been. I hate going to sleep. I hate bedtime. I'm a kid that never grew up about that. So the lightest noise will wake me up. My missus would say otherwise sometimes because she's just a lighter sleeper as me. But I feel like I'm just on it.
Bro, I'm completely opposite. They could come in. They'd be like,
this guy's dead.
Yeah. And they'd be like, cool, good to go.
You've got that dad sleep. I sleep like a schizophrenic. I'm like,
literally wake up like, where has everything gone? Like, just what's happening?
When did we become minimalists?
Yeah, like, I dig it. But
I was meaning to get rid of that.
That thing's more scary. I literally, this summer that's just gone, it was so hot one night. I just had to sleep downstairs because heat rises and all that. Mm-hmm. I had the back door wide open.
Lucky you live in a good neighbourhood, dog.
Yeah, but
we're testing that theory.
Again, I am. Yeah, I literally am. Like, come on in.
Maybe because you're such a deep sleeper, then you were definitely in a much more vulnerable
I wasn't
position.
asleep though. I was still awake. I was just downstairs. It must have been quite late.
Yeah.
And I'm watching YouTube. And this is the thing. I'm watching this guy on. I can't remember his name now. On like Still His Thunder. Like I'm going to Still His Thunder, but yeah, he does like spooky stories, like a real Mr. His name's Mr. something. Basically, he just tells these stories. And there was one about this lady in the cabin in the woods. And it was her family's cabin. She went out there to look after it because she basically got like assaulted in Detroit by this random guy in the middle of the day.
Tracked her down.
No. So she's been like, so that incident happened. Now she's like mentally like on edge about everything. So she hasn't been doing very well. She goes to live in this cabin, and I'm going to make it real quick, but she lives in this cabin that her family looks after her. She's there with her boyfriend, but her boyfriend goes back to the city for work. She stays there one night with her dog. I'm watching all this, by the way, in the pitch black with my back door open, trying to get to sleep.
Sick.
She goes...
Watching that to get to sleep is borderline psychotic, by the way.
Just one of those things to put on the background sort of thing, but then it hooked me because I've watched a couple of them. They were like quite nice to fall asleep.
Wake up, her legs were cut off, her ears were cut off. Yeah.
Basically, she couldn't sleep. It's like 2 a.m. So she takes her dog just in the woods, just for a quick walk, with a flashlight and a cigarette, just to go for a smoke. She puts the torch on the trees. She sees these glowing eyes looking back at her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my god, that's a." What's it called?
Bigfoot.
No.
Because that's where my mind would have gone.
Yeah, no. It was.
That's what I'm more scared of. I'm more scared of a supernatural creature attacking me than a person.
No, it wasn't a person. It was a. What's it called?
Wendigo, skinwalker.
No, cougar, not a cougar, but like a
mountain lion.
Mountain lion. That's it. God, sorry.
Are they the same thing? Mountain lions and cougars?
But it's in America, so there's mountain lions in the forest, right? So she sees it and she's like, "Damn!" Dog's there, like,
"What's the dog doing?" Yeah.
So she like
could be a wolf too. Yeah.
Takes the dog and back to the cabin. She's there, like, calls her friend, like, "Damn, I just did all this," like, and then she sees in the like big glass like back bit a man standing there, just standing there looking in, and she's there like. She's freaking out. She gets her gun. Yeah. She's got a gun, obviously, she's American. So she shoots at this thing. It pulls its gun, starts shooting back. She's there like, "Damn," like friend on the phone, like, "Damn, what's going on? I'm going to call the police." Well, there was a little bit before that where she said she saw someone and she's freaking out, then calls her friend. But then she sees it, bang, 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 shoot out. Then she sees it. She thought there was two of them. So she hears creaks upstairs. It's like a little 2-story thing. So she...
so someone's already inside.
She thinks someone's come in.
Oh, okay.
She goes up to go up there, and takes her gun. And then next thing you know, that's the way like that story sort of ends. The police get there. This dog's obviously freaking out, like shaking. And I was like, "Damn, dog, man." So the dog's there. She's nowhere to be seen. Her shoes there. Her mobile's there on the roof.
Oh, so she's disappeared.
She's jumped out of the roof and like gone to track this person down or something.
Well, fair play to her. I think the roof would have been a brilliant vantage point to stay and monitor until the police came.
Well, I'm watching all this, right?
Looking at your back door.
No, my front room, there's a big glass window, and the reflection of the TV, like, obviously it's moving, so I'm watching the TV through my mirror. I'm just there, like, and the back door's open, so I'm like, "Ooh." So I'm like, "No, go and shut that." But in the end, basically, she was, in the mental state, she started smoking meth. right?
Oh, the person was never there.
She wasn't there. She was seeing her own reflection. So when she pulled her
What
gun,
kind of fucking crazy
She pulls a
person
gun.
who's already on edge goes to the middle of the woods to smoke meth?
this is a true story. And so obviously she's gone out to like, but it's middle of the winter.
Something to take the edge off. Fucking nightmare.
Yeah, so she's not doing quite well. But like,
Yeah.
that is kind of a crazy story. But I'm watching this, and I'm like,
You're in the perfect situation.
That is a horror movie to me. That's scary. Whereas I'm watching like Paranormal Activity, I'm a bit like, I kind of think. I remember watching 3 in the cinema.
Yeah.
And me and like we went as a group.
Because some people had like polar reactions to that movie. They even found it hilarious
I thought
and
it was
dumb.
so funny.
Or people were absolutely horrified.
Not
by
that
it.
I don't think it could be true or something like that.
But this
could
is what I
happen.
mean. I at least have somewhat of a chance against an axe wielding murderer or a gun toting person or just someone breaking in trying to steal my shit. Yeah. You have no possible way to fight invisible. You can't mash up the ring girl because you'll fucking probably teleport behind
exactly,
you.
But how often does that happen?
But
why do we be scared?
But the situation essentially puts you in a you're dead. And it's just how much terror you experience before you die. Yeah. Because you can't call the Ghostbusters. They don't fucking exist. You're fucked.
What?
You're done. You're deaded. So I think there's the hopelessness of it puts me in a situation of like maybe someone who is in the middle of the woods and doesn't have it. Like imagine if she didn't have a gun on her or something. It'd be like that. Like it's just like, well, I'll just wait to die while being terrified. Like that's what ghosts make me feel.
Yes, I agree. I'd rather be in that situation if I had to pick the two. But I think this one's so far-fetched that I don't really like.
Yeah. It depends. You've not really had many like ghost experiences though, have you?
No, but I know that like these are things.
So anyone that has is like, no, sir.
Yeah, because if it happened to me, I wouldn't like.
There is an extra. There's an extra level of what the fuck. There's something instinctual that like kicks in. Like I'm not sure. When's the last time the actual hairs on the back of your neck went up?
Probably watching something like that when it feels real.
Yeah.
And I'm like the back door's open and the little breeze is coming in. I'm like, ooh.
It feels like it goes to an extra degree. Like it felt like, you know, the position cats go in, they get like that. Yeah. It feels like you do that and you look around and nothing is there, but something is happening. So there's just this fucking borderline, like, just complete terror. Like,
is it in your head though?
But if it is, your head can create anything. AKA 2 gunmen in the middle of a forest, right?
Exactly.
But this is what's so scary about fucking mental illness and shit, because schizophrenics probably see that shit like all the time.
Yeah.
And if it's in your head,
that's a horror film.
It's real.
That's a horror film.
Yeah, which is why I don't watch them.
But when it is far fetched, like I remember Paranormal Activity 3, watched that at the cinema. Like there was a scene like, and it's obviously all jump scares and loud noises. That's what horror films are. Like they're just like suspense. Doom, like, and then you're like, whoa, damn, and it gets you. Like sometimes that is a nice feeling to be like, whoa.
I think Paranormal Activity definitely got like, especially by the third one, the novelty had worn off, and it was also very much wait for the jump scare. Right, but there are ones with like multiple levels, like Hereditary. I've seen like a breakdown on YouTube because I'm not brave enough to watch the actual movie. It's terrifying on multiple levels because obviously. Yeah, because obviously not only is there freaky supernatural stuff going on that you can't see or sometimes can see, but there's also like the fact that his mum got possessed, and that's supposed to be like the safest person on earth to you. So there's like a very deep psychological, oh my fucking God, like that scene where like she's just headbutting the door is actually just traumatic.
You just pictured it happening to you. That's why you're like,
yeah. But that's what I do. So I have extremely overactive imagination. Hence why I stay away from these movies. Because if I watch it, I will get nightmares about it for like a week straight. Yeah. I can't get them out of my mind. So I'm like, I cannot put it in my mind. Like the scariest thing I've ever seen is fucking Frankenweenie. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go past that point because it's just self torture. Like, I'll go without sleep. It's awful.
See, I don't get nightmares. I might have as a kid, but I think you just got to get through it. Maybe I don't know.
Lucky you.
I don't know if there's a thing though, because you're there like, oh, go on, watch it. Just watch it. Put yourself.
It happens to me sometimes if I watch a fucking trailer for something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just the mental image of it. It's like, you know, you remember those things when the internet was first like coming about, where you had to stare at the middle and then you blink and you see Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like any scary imagery like that for me stays in my head like that, so I see it when I blink. I think it's the type of imagination I've got. It's pretty messed up.
I mean, we're all different, right? So maybe that's why it is. Like
struggling with your heart to say, get good, bro. Get good. Stop being a fucking pussy, dude.
Grow up, mate. These films are rated like 12 and 15. Here's your big boy.
Slides me a copy of Goosebumps. Here, start there.
Nearly 30-year-old ass going, I can't watch it, I'm scared.
To be fair, some of the scariest things I've ever seen are fucking, do you remember Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids?
See that? Yeah.
I had to describe that to my other half the other day. She'd never seen it before, and I was like, how do I describe a child essentially doing a minor infraction and getting tortured for eternity? Like, I watched one where a kid wanted to go in a sweet shop, and the mum was like, I can't afford sweets right now, so I'm being a dickhead. And he went in there anyway and wanted some sweets. And the guy that ran the sweet shop was like, you want some sweets, little boy? Fucking kidnapped him and dunked him in some kind of like liquid and froze him forever and put him in the front of the sweet shop. His mum never looked for him. She walked past the week after next and knew it was him and was like, thought I'd come back for him later. So this kid was eternally trapped in a prison of sweets because he was hungry.
Did that scare you because you were like, that would have got me?
No, I was just like, it was definitely me, by the way. Some fucking
like,
Augustus Gloop over here would have been like, oh my God.
How did I get here?
It's just so funny. Some of those things would be like, it was such an overreaction to whatever the kid was actually wanting. So much stuff would have been just like a normal kid, like a kid didn't want to go to sleep. So the fucking night demon took it away forever. And it was just like, then the guy would just cackle at the end. It was just like, what the fuck am I just watching?
What, and you were there like, ooh.
No, I just find them funny now. That's
Okay.
like,
I know something that did
what
scare you.
unbelievable propaganda. Oh, yeah.
I know it. And it did, it's a little spooky, but like, as a kid, but I know it's still get like, it's that episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns.
Well, you got to bring up my PTSD on the show.
Come in peace.
I genuinely think it has something to do with the music rather than Mr. Burns. It was the X-Files music. Everyone knows that.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It created some kind of visceral reaction in me.
Yeah.
I'd never seen the show. I didn't know what it was referencing. All I knew, we were looking at a
It's
dark
spooky.
forest and some entity with extremely large eyes was emerging from this scary music, and something about it just terrified me on a very deep level.
Do you remember when we played it in the woods when we were like,
I was like,
16 or something?
because I hadn't heard it for years.
Yeah, you
and then suddenly I
freaking out.
open up to your friends and look right against you. I was the same like hair on the back reaction. I was like,
yeah, you were like, get me out of here.
sounds like someone's trying to break in. Oh Christ! It was. I still don't know the reason. Even to this day, I'm slightly uncomfortable listening to the X-Files theme tune.
It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Yeah, like even like the Halloween theme tune and stuff, like with Mike Myers chasing you down and stuff.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's the only thing. It's like an audible trigger for me now.
That's
I think it's
what
because it
horror
happened
is.
really early on in childhood. I was just like, didn't
Horror
like it.
is just creepy, loud, suspenseful music that gets you, jump scares you. But then you'll play a video game.
Oh
And
yeah, I
it's
can
like,
play horror movies, horror games for some reason.
they're the best because they're just like, and you're in
Yeah.
control as well, but something's chasing you down. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, we need more joint horror games to play, like
Yeah.
2-player ones.
Yeah,
PC
yeah.
community gets it all the time, and we're bloody PlayStation people, so we don't get a chance to. So
Bring
they just
Slenderman back, bro. That's probably
shout
nothing
out
now. But
Slenderman. Yeah, I think they should rinse the idea.
playing that, remember the first time
Mate,
as a
first
group?
time playing it around our mate Josh's house,
Yeah.
whose house is basically in the woods.
Yeah.
And then we had to walk back in the dark
Yeah,
after playing Slenderman.
Yeah, like sort of like a stick crack. Like, what?
Yeah.
And then it's basically back then like if
Yeah.
you're the first to run, everybody runs.
Yeah,
So it's just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
ooh.
Never has a chubby boy been so fast. My God. Jamaican genes kicked in very quickly. Oh Lord, mate. But that was like the peak of horror games back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it
That's
definitely
where it
got better
started.
from
I
there.
feel like that was like, well, probably there was
I
things
think it
before.
was what was the one that PewDiePie was playing before? It was
Amnesia.
Yeah, I think that was the
remember you-
granddaddy Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Amnesia, man.
Or even what was the Minotaur one?
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth was pretty scary.
Oh my God, I think I remember playing that. I managed to get like a dodgy copy installed once on my PC, and there was something about how loud the Minotaur screamed
See, that's
when
what
it
it
got
is.
near you.
It's the
That
music.
it was paralysing. I was like, you know, me just drop the keyboard.
Shout out Find the Latin as well.
Oh, find the Latin. I love that. It was for World War I trench or World War II trench.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were just being chased by velociraptors.
Yeah.
There needs to be more. I think
Theoretically, that doesn't sound scary. That
No,
sounds
but
like a bit of a.
there's
weird-
something about because they're quite big in relation to the trench.
Yeah.
So I think there's a size thing. I think when something's much bigger than you think, it's messed up. The art style was brilliant because it was like, for the time, there could have been graphical limitations, but because they chose a black and white style, it feels like you couldn't see anything anyway.
Yeah.
You're moving slow because you're in the mud. You feel vulnerable with the motherfucker. It was really good. And that would have been an effective war tactic when you think about it. Send some fucking raptors over into the trenches.
Just
take out some people, mate.
Just get John Hanneman to come over. Hello, John.
Finds a way. But yeah.
Do you know what though? I think that's a good segment, and we kind of went on a bit of a rabbit hole. But I think we have
this whole show is a rabbit hole, mate.
Yeah, we sort of lay it out, and we're like, yeah, this will be good. But it actually has sort of turned full circle where we're like, talking about games there.
Yeah. And
you were going to talk about
Helldivers. Yes, Helldivers has made one hell of a comeback, and I love it. Because we were on the first wave, the first hype of Helldivers, it did get a bit samey. There was a lot of running to do, and that you could up the difficulty. But right at the point when they started nerfing all the weapons, we kind of dropped off from it, and we were just like, it's not even fun anymore.
It just got to a point where it's the same, for a little bit.
But the recent updates they did with the invasion of Super Earth, like that actually happened. And they've done their marketing so well, and the whole I think that's it's the truest live service game ever. To the point where it's always live, it's always going on. I genuinely feel bad because I missed the defense of Super Earth. Like I didn't like.
It's your fault.
I didn't put my democratic time in. Like that was my fault. But then we're now basically advancing into the heart of the Terminids.
Yeah.
And we're trying to take out the HQ. And they've designed these whole they're basically randomly generated cave networks every time. So every cave is different and stuff like that. I'm not sure how they've done it, but there'll always be you have to bring a bomb to the site, the middle of this cave to blow up the hive, and that these got these massive hive lords, which are the massive sandworms from Dune.
Oh yeah. That's
and
cool.
Yeah, and they've got these there's new enemies. It feels we've never played Helldivers in a confined space. It's always been wide open map, and it's a completely different vibe.
Just like a horde, hold it down sort of thing.
Yeah, but obviously the weapons because you have to drop in the weapons, whatever you get, you can't bring in any stratagems. So on the high difficulties, to get overwhelmed by numbers in these tiny caves where you have to use a flashlight, it's dark as hell. It is so good. As you go in, I think I heard something, man. And then just everything comes out of the ground. It's really good. I've had to switch to getting there's a ballistic shield they've got, which remember the bile ones where they just they burp at you and you're dead.
Yeah.
You shield up. And
you can block it now.
Yeah, and you can submachine gun on the sides. And they've introduced these one called dragon bugs, where they are literally full dragon sized, and they just rain down fire.
But they anything that bloody flies on that game is just.
Do you remember when the flying ones first came out?
Yeah, you're
20 times the size of that.
Willem Dafoe meme.
Yeah, but they just track you. And so if you're out in the open after you've escaped the caves, you've got to watch out for fucking dragon bugs.
That was the most frustrating part. You're just
but you can deal with them because they've brought these new rocket launchers out and they've got a continuous laser cannon that you can and then get rid of them.
Yeah.
But the shield is really good because then when it's literally like a dragon is raining fire on you, and then you can block it with a shield, which is absolutely banging, so you feel like a goddamn superhero. So, but I'm loving the mission variants. You can still go to Super Earth and defend Super Earth because there's still this new Illuminate thing. So the variation and the way they pull the community back, 10 out of 10. Plus they did the Halo crossover and the Xbox players have joined.
That's what they needed though. They needed, because it was so good when we started playing it, when it was first launched and stuff. I feel like it lost me, I guess, as well as many other people's because it was just they
took too long to bring out that car.
It was just man, it's so much just
and it's there now. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's actually banging. It's like the Warthog from Halo 3.
Not in a way that I wanted it to be overpowered that I wouldn't walk again. It should be something.
Oh no, it's quite delicate.
It's something you need to seek out, maybe get that car, or is it
It's a stratagem. You just call it down.
Oh, okay.
So
but then again, you need to save
as well.
You need to save up.
If you try to use that car with the automatons, for instance, and you're just getting pelted, it's going to blow up really quick. So we've been using it on the bug missions. Me and my dad have been playing, and we just drive to objectives because sometimes you need it. There's this new because oftentimes it'd be the same launch a rocket. The mission types were a bit stale, so they've changed that too. Yeah. So the mission type for the bug layer is different. There's one now where you have to get this giant oil excavator. and you have to drive it to a certain point and mine oil while their national anthem plays, and I'm always on the top of the thing like, so I'm like getting full America in that. But it's really good because then you have to drive the big ass truck. Yeah. So we've got the squad down in the car, defending the truck, because if the truck takes too much damage, you can't complete the objective. So that is actually
okay.
really
I like
fun.
stuff like that. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
It's like GTA heist in a way.
It is, yeah. It's feeling like it. So that's a really positive sign, because more of that means more fun.
Yeah, see, I think that's what that game needed for sure.
It just took a little bit long to do it, but it's there now.
We need to jump back on there, 100%.
For sure.
And a game I've been playing that I'm trying to get a couple people to join, because I think it's definitely, it would be more fun to play together, but I do understand, like, you just need, it's like another life in a way.
It's DayZ, right? Yeah.
DayZ it is basically just like
through and through survival game.
Yeah, it's walking simulator. It's just trying to find some food, just trying to find some water, because anything that will kill you in a zombie apocalypse, like so minuscule, does.
Yeah.
Like if you go down a ladder and you cut your hand, you've got an infection. You need to bandage it up. You don't have any bandages left. You're just gonna bleed out.
That is too real, bro.
You're gonna bleed out. Like, or you eat some meat and it's not cooked properly. Now you've got food poisoning.
Do you get to cook it yourself, or like?
Yeah, they have to cook the meat. You have to you can hunt animals that are around.
So that's what put me off playing like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Zelda is like one of the greatest games of all time, but it made me have to sit there and cook shit, and I'm not doing that. Yeah,
but the good thing about it is that you don't respawn. Like you basically come in, you draft in. I think they're called freshies. It's quite funny. Like you just have basically like a plum or an apple.
Yeah,
a couple bandages.
They do that on Rust and games like that, where you just you spawn naked and you got to make it.
You just got to loot. You just got to find things. You got to obviously get some clothing because it's cold. Otherwise you're gonna freeze to death.
Yeah.
You need food, and then you need.
By the way,
there's zombies around, and if you fight more than one at a time,
I feel like
they can be tricky.
If like we all had a week off or something,
and
then we could dedicate to it, because like you said, it's another life. But like to be able to remember all that stuff, I've got to find clothes, I've got to find food, I've got to cook food. I'm like, mate, I've got to do that since I logged this game off, mate. I ain't fucking doing that.
I know, but it's just I don't know what it is about it. It just I think it's the memes that I've seen, because I played it. I bought it years ago when it first came to PlayStation, and I just thought it was funny. I remember like the first game I played, I went to the town, and like there was two guys like fully armed up, and they just knocked me out. And like the screen goes black, and you wake up and they've handcuffed me, and they're like, my mic wasn't working, I didn't have it at the time, but they're like, "Have you got friends? Have you got friends in the area?" They're actually like questioning if they're in danger themselves, because they've put a lot of time into this.
Yeah, they do the same in Ark as well.
And obviously I couldn't talk, so they just offed me. But like, it's so fun. Like even me, I've played a couple times recently, just running solo, and I've found all this cool kit. I've got some guns. I've actually got some ammo in it. Stuff. I've found like a chicken. I've skinned it. I've cooked the meat. I'm fully in.
Oh my god, so many levels.
And then I'm in this town looting, and then bang, someone just sniped me from like, and it's just like, you are dead, and then you have to go again.
Quit the game forever, mate.
I know it's just
rebuild patience. That's like someone deleting your My Player on 2K.
It's legit that, and you have to start all over again. But I think there's something about it that's just like rewarding when you get to a point where
I can see it. Yeah, I can definitely see why. This is why people like playing like the cozy game genre of like Stardew Valley and shit. And you build up over time. Except there's not a threat of it being taken away at any minute, I guess.
Yeah. Well, there's something about those games where like house building what was it called?
Well, there's loads of them. There's like Power Wash Simulator, Everything Simulator.
Yeah, I do like a kind of good simulator. It's weird though, because like if you asked me to paint a house, I'm like, ugh. But if you asked me to just go on this game and refurbish this house, I'm like, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, to be fair, but that's the kind of switch your brain off game, I guess. The more relaxing. I do that with like I'll go back and play Skate 3. Or like I'll go on Spider-Man just to swing around New York. Like, I think it's stuff like that. That's just got a really satisfying game dynamic. That's just like, yes.
Can't beat it.
You can't beat it. You can't.
But yeah, we need to get on it. We need to just have a day, where we just try and build a base and just try and survive and try and maybe kill a couple freshies or something. I mean, just make it quite funny. The community be like, don't kill freshies.
Do a live gameplay reaction. We'll set the console up in here. Do a full video on it.
Just in depth though. Just
one thing before we end the show. Though,
go on.
There is a footballer that I have recently discovered.
James has found a footballer.
That, you know, as y'all know, I'm more of a basketball guy than a football guy. But the trend going around on TikTok is, you know, this guy had to go, basically, because he was just too overpowered, he was too strong.
So when you say that, he's told me that he's found someone from an older period, right?
Yeah, it looks around 2000s.
He hasn't told me who it is, so I'm trying to figure out who it is.
I've never seen shots so powerful before in my life.
Okay, that's a clue. I'm going to say Hulk.
He's from Brazil.
Adriano.
No.
What? Okay, wait. Like Roberto Carlos?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
What? I'm sorry, but what is this?
Yeah, man.
That is sliders up.
This is the one against France where...
This is sliders up on FIFA.
Watch the curl. If you're going to show you again. Oh, I didn't show you again.
Like the things, I didn't think things like this were possible in football because I don't see it a lot. But there's like, and this is the trend basically. Just like they're playing all these highlights, and it's just like, what the fuck is even this?
Just do me a favor and Google Roberto Carlos's quads. In a no homo way, but like just
an absolutely homo way. Let's go.
And guess where he played? Actually, guess what position he played?
I bet he was a defender.
Yeah, he was a left back.
Madness.
Which is like considered like sort of back then it was like a joke.
But yeah, like
the guy was insane. He's probably
like he looks like a juiced up cow. Like when you see him on the farm, you're just like, what did they feed you, brother? Yeah, I can definitely see why his shot was so strong now. But like, yeah, I was just like, how it was just outrageously far out, and I was like, what did he eat? What did players like that do?
One of those ones. It was Brazil against France.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to watch that back because it's just you saw one angle there, but the one from behind, you won't see it in that video what you just showed me, but it basically curls out around the wall.
I think I can see what you mean now. Around the wall, and it came back in,
and it comes back in and goes right.
But the fact that he's almost at the halfway line doing that, like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, the dude had a leg on him, man. Like you just
is that common? Like that's like like Steph Curry shots, and I'm just like, watching that, like, what on earth is that?
There is people that have, like Adriano, he had a bloody, and Hulk. Like, the guy's name is Hulk. He's from Brazil.
I thought that was just because he was a big dude and he would, like, bounce people off the ball.
No, I watched Hulk's shots, bro. Like, they were insane. Like, if FIFA had 100 shot power, they would have that for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, but Roberto Carlos is probably considered one of the best left-backs ever. There's him, Maldini, I like to put Ashley Cole in there, and then people are like, "Oh, English spice," but he actually was the but yeah, man,
he was like ridiculously fast, right? I remember that being.
Ashley Cole was just like, but the thing is with these players, like when they're growing up, they were probably strikers because they were that good, and then when they got to a level, it's hard to say. They probably weren't. Their output wasn't as on par as some, but they could also defend really well. And Cristiano Ronaldo has been on record to say Ashley Cole was the person like he struggled mostly against in his career. Like,
interesting.
And you go back and watch the clips, but then you watch Ashley Cole talk about it. Like, who's your toughest opponent? Like Messi couldn't even.
Well, yeah, no one stops Messi. Like, it's impossible.
But Ashley Cole locked Ronaldo down. I know it was a little bit early. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Like his
to be fair, sometimes you always have some kind of defender that will just have your number.
Yeah.
Gary Payton, the glove, he gave Jordan trouble, regardless of what he said. He was the first probably defender I saw that gave him trouble.
Yeah.
Same with Kawhi and LeBron James. Kawhi was the claw was
big
the
hands,
King's. He was
big hands, bro.
Just his kryptonite. Yeah, he doesn't make sense. He's in a lot of trouble right now. There's like this whole NBA Clippers drama. Yeah.
Oh no.
We're basically getting paid for doing bugger all, first of all. But I think there's something to do with how we got traded. That they're almost at the point where like the original trade that sent him to the Clippers could get him sent back to wherever team, to Toronto or something. Like, I have no idea what the details are. Maybe we'll talk about it next episode, but it looks pretty insane. Like, the guy who owns the Clippers has come out saying, I don't know, I got canned, and he's having to do like the apology tour. So it's like,
he's been there like, it's not like he's just
been, he's been there for ages.
It's been
That's
like
the point.
3-4 years.
It's so long ago
maybe?
that this happened, but I think something came out that like basically busted the case wide open. And it's just there's a lot of shady shit going on with the NBA right now. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, it does feel like it's sort of...
It's in decline for the actual full game of it. Because Adam Silver came out the other day and said, basketball's a highlight sport. Most people just watch our shit on like TikTok and YouTube. And I'm like, Well, that's not entirely true. The people that actually want to watch the fucking games can't because you make it too expensive. You make deals that we can't afford.
Yeah, like the NBA League Pass is just...
It's ridiculous. Like every now and again I buy it again, and then I get a chance to watch a few games, and then the fucking £20+ bill comes in just to what I'm like, Christ.
That's not too bad. I remember when they first launched it was like...
Oh, it was just about £30-40 or something. I'm not sure if they just charged us more because we're in the UK.
Maybe back then when... This is when we first got jobs, and I'm like, I'm not paying £150 a year to watch NBA, but really you did actually get access to all the games. And if you looked at it over a monthly thing, that's pretty good, I guess. But
yeah, it's definitely at least 20. I think it was $25.99 a month last time.
That's why I don't understand why.
Just the same as like you could get a whole like Virgin Media or Sky package for that.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand why the NBA or the Premier League or any of these sports don't have their own Netflix. You know, like the WWE Network had. Obviously, it's the WWE.
Well, isn't that what the NBA Pass is?
What, you can watch anything previously?
I don't think they can do pass games. They should, but I just don't think they invest in the infrastructure.
Yeah,
they probably just went, it's probably not worth the money.
But then that's what it is. I guess not enough people watch the network to have it.
There's much more of a reason to go back and watch previous like WrestleManias and stuff than there is to go back and watch like, maybe if you want to go watch the Bulls play in '96. But you could probably find that full game on YouTube.
But then at the same time, right, with Premier League, you can watch it anywhere in the world because they've got TV rights out there. But you can't watch it here unless it's on TV. Like 3 o'clock games are just like, I guess it's because they want people to go watch the game. Does the Premier League
not have a league pass or a Netflix
No, it's just Sky and like...
It's always just locked down to
TNT
Sky.
And stuff, yeah. Like they just bought the rights for billions of pounds. But like if they just went... We're just going to make our own Netflix and you can watch every Premier League game. But then at the same time...
Then those deals would fall through, wouldn't they?
But then some people would be like, do I really want to watch Burnley versus Sunderland? Like...
Can you do it on a cold night in Stoke in '94? Yeah.
They're probably good games. There were good games already this season, but it's just like, how many people are going to tune in? And then if it's on telly, you're going to go, pay like 60 quid to go watch it in real life.
Yeah.
But then if you're in Australia or wherever, America, you can just flick it on. It's on telly for like peanuts or just on the... I guess they want to get it out there more when it is global, but...
Bro.
Yeah, man.
Seems unfair. But I think it's a pretty good place to wrap up the show. What do you think?
Yes, sir. I think it's pretty good.
All right, bet. So if you like some of the things we talked about today, you want to dive down the rabbit hole, like, share, subscribe, hit all the buttons. We appreciate you. I will be better at uploading these episodes in a more timely fashion.
It's all you, James.
It's all my fault. And if you guys want to talk about anything specific in the future, drop it in the comments, let us know, and we can add it as a discussion point. But for now, I've been James. Who are you?
Oh, I've been Tom. Yeah.
Who are you? And we'll see y'all later.
Peace.